This is the picture postcard town of Sergeyev Posad, a couple of hours outside Moscow. All appears peaceful, but the political activists of the liberal SPS party say that their attempts at political campaigning here have led them to fear for their physical safety. They may be standing candidates in these elections, but claim to have been systematically undermined by the authorities. Reduced, they say, to campaigning at night time, like some Soviet underground movement, dodging the police who confiscate their leaflets and threaten them with arrest.
My colleagues in Moscow have been threatened by people calling them on their mobile phones. The central office was attacked by people throwing stones through the windows, and one of our people was hurt. We never had things like this before. It doesn't make us optimistic. What will things be like during the presidential campaign? I can't imagine.
How times have changed. The Liberals formed the Russian government in the 1990s under Boris Yeltsin, yet now they struggle to get most people even to speak to them. This woman was the poster girl of the Liberals in 2004 when she ran for president against Vladimir Putin. Now she believes is the moment in history in which the liberal parties will be effectively wiped out.
Yes, I think that is destiny for present democratic forces. They have to go out from this stage of political life. They were finished, absolutely.
Elsewhere in Russia, you can see it happening. This is Volgograd, population 1.5 million, and the only party campaigning at all is United Russia, the vehicle for Vladimir Putin and his backers in the Kremlin. Attempts to find anyone from another of the best-known liberal parties prove fruitless. It leads to a strange climate in which open elections and growing authoritarianism sit side by side.
So just before the election then, in one of Russia's biggest cities, this is the only evidence that the vote's about to happen. These enormous signs say, Russia and Volgograd, we're together, and the biggest one of all, Volgograd for Putin. United Russia then has become so powerful here, it almost feels like an elective one-party state.
The machine which has created this state of affairs isn't simply about breaking up demonstrations. It's about the entire apparatus of power, from the security services to city authorities and courts, becoming politicized and acting in the interest of the people at the top. Nobody else stands a chance.
Politicians and employees of the state join the strongest, and the strongest right now is United Russia. Because they are public figures, they act in their own interests, and in the interests of United Russia. This weekend's other parties. It's like a snowball effect.
So the middle-aged women of the Liberal Party in this little town do what they can, but they have no hope and a lot of fear. You do have to ask yourself what kind of threat these people pose to anything, let alone Mr. Putin's power base. It's not the Soviet Union anymore, but the Kremlin's hold over power here is now at its strongest since the Berlin Wall came down. Laurence, Al Jazeera in Russia.